Mr. Gosar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm speaking on Gosar Amendment number 50. Sorry, this may take a moment, though. By way of background, the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act of 1990, or RECA, established a trust fund to provide compassionate lump sum payments to individuals commonly known as downwinders, who have contracted certain cancers and other serious diseases that are presumably to be the result of the exposure to ionized radiation from above-ground nuclear weapon testing or from various activities in connection with uranium mining. Though the testing in question was performed in Nevada, radioactive elements affected people in Utah and Arizona as well. The original language in the 1990 RECA used a broad definition of the affected areas in Arizona. That language reads, that part of Arizona that is north of the Grand Canyon and west of the Colorado River. That is a definition, therefore, included northern Mojave County, Arizona, in its definition, as it is the county in Arizona that is closest to Nevada and therefore closest to the testing sites. But when RECA was reauthorized and amended in 2000, the purpose was to expand eligibility. With respect to Arizonans' eligibility, the definition of the affected area is changed to reflect specific counties. Of the 5 Arizona counties listed in the 2000 Act, Mojave County is not among them. Then in 2002, technical corrections were made to the 2000 Act to reflect part of the 1990 language concerning Arizona. So after the 2002 corrections, the law listed the 5 counties and included the language, that part of Arizona that is north of the Grand Canyon. Again, Mojave County is the closest of the Arizona counties to the Nevada border and therefore to the nuclear testing ranges, but it is not listed with the others. The Arizona counties directly east and southeast from Mojave County are both covered in their entirety. To correct this omission, Congressman Franks has introduced legislation in the 111th, 112th, and now that I represent that, I am carrying up that flag. This omission seems to be a clerical one, which would be consistent with the fact that the 2000 reauthorization contained composite errors that had to be fixed in the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2002. It is the same vehicle, the NDAA, by which I am seeking to make these remedies. The trust fund associated with these claims has been active since 1992, and that fund will sunset in 2022 by statute. My goal is to ensure that the affected residents in Mojave County, Arizona, have their fair shot at the justified compensation before the trust fund is closed. It is important to know that Mojave County claimants would be subjected to the same burden of proof as all other claimants from the different areas. For Congress to deny the rest of Mojave County, Arizona, the right to file even a claim is both inconsistent and careless, and violates both the apology and the promises made to all downwinders in the original 1990 Act, which read respectively, the Congress apologizes on behalf of the nation to the individuals and their families for the hardships that they have endured, and it is the purpose of this act to establish a procedure to make partial restitution to the individuals for the burdens they have borne for the nation as a whole. Indeed, the downwinders in Mojave County, Arizona have borne a burden for years now. Congress must keep its promise and enact policies to lend credence to its formal apologies. I hope that the Rules Committee will find this nonpartisan language in order so that it can make it to the floor and make my case before the duly elected representatives of the House. I will do all I can to ensure that my constituents affected by the government's nuclear weapons testing are eligible for reasonable and justified compensation. I again thank the committee.
Thank you. Did you have a second amendment?
No.
All right. Appreciate that. We'll now turn to the committee for questions.